Good evening, Namaste. I welcome you all. My name is Surya Prakash Soni, and I welcome you to this VICHAR webinar series. This is an initiative of FIAV, Federation of Indian Associations of Victoria. So the idea behind this VICHAR webinar is to have a people-to-people connect and one conversation at a time. We want to hear life experiences from individuals living in preferably in Victoria, and there's a lots of talent. We can learn from each other, we can grow collectively, we can overcome the threshold and challenges and fears we may have individually by getting inspired by lots of tons of talent in our community in Victoria. So we are honored to have Priyanka Shah ji as a guest speaker today. Welcome, Priyanka ji. So kind of you to accept an invitation on very short notice of less than 24 hours. And you're very excited to hear from you. And I also want to thank Sri Lekha Jain ji for instantly giving me 10 connections, and almost everybody was ready to present today or in coming weeks. So now I'm very overwhelmed. Thank you so much, Sri Lekha ji, for support. And I expect the same from the community. If you can add as many people into the WhatsApp group or suggest any inspiring speaker on any diverse domain. That's the beauty of this forum. We want to hear from diverse domains. So we don't want to narrow down ourselves to specific thought process or a specific area of discussion. We are very diverse community by design, and we have diverse talent in our community. Hence, we want to hear from all of you. Hence, I've put an effort and pain to do it as a weekly webinar. I thank you all once again as well for supporting me by joining these live sessions at so late in the night on every Wednesday night. But this is something is sustainable for me personally. Hence, I'm doing it a bit late, but with constant feedback. Thank you, Pushpaji, as well. That I may consider to do it from 8:30 to 9:30 in coming weeks. I'll put a quick poll in the WhatsApp group to see what everybody thinks about 8:30 to 9:30, and we can potentially switch from there. Without further delay, I would request Sri Lekha ji, who has introduced Priyanka ji as well, to give a brief introduction of Priyanka ji for everybody. And those who are watching it on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. By sharing, will grow awareness in the community and potentially attract more speakers and audience into this forum. Thank you so much. Over to you, Sri Lekha ji.
Thank you, Surya ji, for the warm welcome, and I really admire the fact that you call as a community effort week on week, introducing us to some amazing guest speakers, learning from them, and learning from their experiences, and it's a soul growth. So that's how I see it. I have attended many of your sessions. Not every session I could attend, but whatever I have attended has been instilled in my heart. And I'm hoping today that we learn something more from Priyanka ji. Um, just a warm welcome, Priyanka ji. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce you. She is a Melbourne-based life insurance advisor, entrepreneur, and speaker who has built her life and businesses from the ground up through vision, persistence, and the power of manifestation. She is the founder of FinSol Insurance, where she helps Australian families and property investors protect their wealth, and build financial security with confidence and clarity. Beyond her professional achievements, Priyanka is a passionate advocate for manifestation, mindful living, parenting, travel, and spirituality. She has transformed her own life through a blend of conscious intention and consistent action. She now inspires others to align their thoughts, emotions, and energy to create a life they love. Priyanka's journey from starting with humble beginnings to becoming an award winning business owner and a global traveler embodies her belief that we all can manifest abundance when we live with purpose, gratitude, and faith. As a speaker today, Priyanka blends practical wisdom with soulful insight, leaving her audience motivated to not only dream big but to live in alignment with those dreams. Welcome, Priyanka. Over to you now.
Thank you, Srilekha, for a very nice, beautiful introduction. Thank you, Suryaji, for allowing me to talk on this platform. And thank you to everybody who is here listening. I am truly honored and grateful to be here and sharing this space with all of you today. I will share my screen now so I can talk a little bit more about what I wanted to share with all of you. Just give me 1 minute. So,
Yep,
is it
it's
all
visible.
visible? Can
Yes,
you?
it is visible. Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you again. As Srilekha has just mentioned, that we will be talking more about the magic of manifestation today. And it's a topic that's very close to my heart, something that I live by, I embody in my everyday actions as well. And it's something that I have seen the magic happening. So I'm hoping I can share a little bit of my own personal journey, my experience, and my personal rituals with you, with the hope that you can take back something, apply to your own life, and see and probably experience the magic that I have been experiencing as well. A little bit about me. Thank you to Suryaj and Srilekha for a very detailed and a very beautiful introduction. But just briefly touching is I am an entrepreneur. My main business is I am a life insurance advisor. I work with families. A lot of our Indian origin families as well in Australia. I help them get their life insurances sorted because it's not very well looked after here. I am a mom to my beautiful boys, Vivan and Vian, a very proud post that I think it's my biggest achievement in life. So I always put that. I have my own foundation where we help our vulnerable families back home in India, support kids' education, and many other initiatives through that. And again, very passionate about manifestation, helping others, and travel and spirituality. Um, when I spoke with Suryaji yesterday, as he mentioned that didn't have a lot of time before we thought about this topic, is we discussed about what I should be talking about today. Um, some topics that came to mind were, of course, because I work in insurance, I could have spoken about that, or parenting, or travel. But then I thought that maybe I should do something that's more impactful. Again, you all are here with me on a weekday at 9 p.m. We don't want to just have surface level fluff. It has to be something more meaningful, something deeper that we can take back. And also, it was the 11/11, which was the 11th of November yesterday, which is meant to be the most uh, powerful day for manifesting anything. I was like, let's just talk about that. Why not? And we are still in that portal. Okay. So I know we are on 12/11 today, but the 11/11 portal that is called, which is called the best time, it's a time period of a few days for manifestation. It is still on. We still have a few more days. So if we can learn a bit more about how to make our dreams into a reality, I'm very sure we will all be able to achieve that. And we'll talk about how we can do that. What is this alignment that we talk about, that how to align your energy and everything. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the possibilities that we can all achieve. So, to highlight that, I actually wanted to highlight my own journey of where I started from. So, I'll just go back to my start of the journey in Australia. I arrived in Australia in 2008 as a student. Again, led the same life, stayed with shared accommodation with a few other students, did odd jobs from again doing anything from office management I did many jobs, multiple jobs, commuting to university to work, long commutes, and then toiling for PR, because again PR has always been a challenge. Regardless you come today or you come 15 years before, the challenge was still the same. Did all of that, saved and earned hard used the hard earned money to get our first home, which was at the outskirts of Melbourne. Again, that was like a meager $10,000, which we saved over 2 years to get our first home. Built families, slowly built homes. So that was the journey that we started with. Again, a life that most of us will still be relating to as well. And from that reality that I had that time, I used the power of manifestation. I used conscious creation by working on myself, my beliefs, and transformed it completely. So I transformed from being a student to being an entrepreneur today. I don't have a 9 to 5 job. I work my own hours. I can spend time with my family. I live in a beautiful home, have the most beautiful relationship with my family, which is my husband, my children. Travel is part of our life. And I think surrounded by such beautiful people around me, I feel that I'm living the life that I could have not even dreamt about. Like every day, I feel like a pinch me moment. Like, is this really happening? And it is something, not sharing it here so that I can brag about anything or show off, but it is just sharing the possibility of what can really happen, how things can really be transformed. It's not just in dreams, but it can really happen. And I did that by changing my way of we living life. So most of us will live life by default, that we will wake up, go to work, scroll on our phones, sleep and repeat. Like that is the default mode most of us live our life in. But I flipped it around and I changed it to living life by design, where I'm not living by default. I pulled myself out of that default mode and sat down and thought about what my dreams really are. Because again, if I have to ask, um, maybe a lot of you, again, if anybody is on not on silent mode or something, can even raise their hands, that if anybody has any dreams that they can, if I ask what are your top 5 dreams, do you know it at the instant that these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is what I dream about? And then do you work in alignment with those dreams, that I want to achieve this, what are my steps, what are my action ones, what should I do? And if we are not doing that, we are just living life for the sake of it. We are not living a fulfilled life. So I flipped that around. I decided that I want to be in control of my life rather than life being in control of me. So I started dreaming, changed the dreams to decisions, that, this is my dream. I want to have this kind of a family life. Okay, if I want that, I have to decide what are my action steps. Then you list that down, you align with that, you align your whole being with that. So when you talk about alignment, it is something that your thoughts, your speech, and your actions are all doing the same thing. Because if I say that I want to earn X amount of dollars every month, but I still in my head, I am someone who lives uh, very in a very stingy way. I'm always very miser about spending money. It doesn't align. Like, your thoughts and actions have to be in alignment. And then when those actions are aligning, you're open to receiving and things will just start coming to you. And that is the change, when you change from living in default to living by design. So when we talk about manifestation, what exactly is it? It's not a magic word. It's a very simple formula that when your thoughts and your feelings are in alignment, the actions automatically happen in alignment. So the most important thing that we start with is our thoughts. Like, what are our thoughts? I don't know if you know, but every day we have more than 60,000 thoughts. They're fleeting thoughts. We don't even know what we are thinking, and a lot of that may not even register. But when you're conscious, when you're sitting and maybe take 5 minutes a day to just sit down and look at what your thoughts are. What are you thinking? Is it like, I'm not happy, everything is not going in my favor, oh, the weather is so bad? You know that your majority of your thoughts are negative. You need to take action against that. Or if you sit and you sit, otherwise, if you could be sitting in gratitude, that, "Oh, this is working so well in my favor, I'm so glad this happened, I'm so grateful for this person that I met in my life," those thoughts will then attract the next actions that are going to happen in your life. So make sure that your thoughts and your feelings are in alignment. So if I want something, say if I want to manifest um, a dream house, that I wish I have this beautiful dream house, I cannot be then feeling bad about my current house as well. My feeling should be that, okay, I am already in my dream house, I'm feeling so amazing about it, and start looking at the good things of what already is there. When you start being grateful for what you already have, that in itself transforms into something more beautiful. and then your actions will automatically align. We don't really need to worry so much about actions once we can focus on the thoughts and the feelings. And if we are all up for it, we will go through the 5 steps formula that how we can manifest things. The first step is a very simple step that, most people in this world don't know what they want. In fact, there has been a research done by Harvard University that over 96% of the people live life just for the sake of it. As we mentioned, living life by default, they don't know what they want. And even if they know that they want happiness or they want this, they're very vague about it. Like if I say I want happiness, the universe does not respond to it. It doesn't know what does happiness mean. We have to be very specific. So if happiness for me means that I have a happy family, my health is great, my children are great, we have great, everybody around us is doing good, we have a nice house. So be very specific about it, because clarity will eventually create the direction in which we want to move. So for clarity, you can either start writing down what you want. Again, it may take some practice as to how to be clear about your thoughts, but anything that you want, start writing down and then start detailing it step by step. If I want a house, what kind of a house, how big, where, uh, what is the design of it? The more detail that you can go into, the better it is, and the better it becomes into reality. Create a vision board if you want. So if there are pictures that you like, okay, this is the kind of thing I want, this is the life I want, this is how I'm traveling with my friends, this is the bank, maybe even take a screenshot of a bank statement, this is the bank balance that I want. Do that, save that. Again, we're talking about material things here, but it starts with that, and then you start creating harmony in all areas of your life, because once that thing is sorted, it's very easy for you to feel at peace and then start working on the things that you want in terms of your spiritual life as well. So clarity, extremely important. No vague ideas, no yes I want this. Specify it and detail it as much as you can. For the second step is the emotion, the feeling that goes behind it. So if I say that I want this, or I wish I can get this, or I wish I'm able to go to this place, close your eyes and feel what if this has already happened. So if I want $1 million in my account, I have to close my eyes and feel that I've got it. It's already there sitting in my account. And how do I feel about it? What am I going to do about this now? Once you know what you're feeling about it, because that feeling is very dependent on what you're going to do with that. Like if I want this money, what will I do it? Where will I spend it? And then I can feel the joy. Okay, I've got this thing for my parents. I'm traveling here with my family. And then that really creates that feeling inside, and then that is your frequency. So frequency is the feelings that we feel, and what we feel is what we attract. So if I'm feeling great, I'm feeling satisfied, I'm feeling so fulfilled, those are the kind of experiences I will eventually start attracting in my life. The third one, very important,
Sorry to
is,
interrupt, Priyanka ji, but I thought Surya ji had raised
No,
his hand.
that's all
oh,
right.
sorry.
That's all right. What I was going to say is that while you're going through slide, just very specifically says step number three, because I use AI to summarize the chat in the end, so it will become
Okay,
a collation very well. So
sure.
use articulate your title very well so that it becomes summary for me. Thank you so much. Please
Sure,
continue.
will do. No worries. Thank you, Suryaji. So, step number 3 is releasing limiting beliefs. Again, a very important step that a lot of times people may overlook, because sometimes people are very aware about that. Okay, I want to manifest this. I will do my vision board. I'll do that. But this step, more often than not, tends to get overlooked, because when we have limiting beliefs inside, it's very hard to attract something. So, if I say that I want to manifest $1 million in my life through my work or whatever it is. But inside, if I'm believing that money is hard to get, money, I can't spend money, money doesn't grow on trees. So these are the beliefs that we've grown up believing. It is very important to undo these beliefs, because while we have these beliefs, we have to make room for the new beliefs, basically. So to make room for that, the old beliefs have to be sent out. And there are many ways how we can stop and release these limiting beliefs. You can either do it by scribbling, and there are many ways. We can go into it in detail when you are at it, but if you can just allow yourself, and even just say that I allow this belief to release with love, and just start feeling that this no longer is a belief that you're holding inside your mind and in your soul. It will start slowly losing control over you, basically. So do that. There are many ways. If you ever are stuck on this path and you're not sure what you should do, let me know. I'll tell you a few techniques there are how to release their beliefs, the limiting beliefs, but very important to do that. Also very important to realize if there are limiting beliefs. So if you ever catch yourself saying, oh, this cannot happen, aisa to nahi ho sakta, ye kyun ho, then catch yourself doing that, because that's where you're highlighting, okay, this is my limiting belief, I believe this, and then start working on it. So be very conscious of what you're believing, and if you're saying this is not going to happen, ask yourself why and note it down and then work on that. Step number 4 is inspired action. The manifestation loves momentum. So what is momentum? Is when you start thinking these thoughts, when you start feeling the thoughts that you want to create in your life, you will start seeing things that are coming to you unexpectedly. For example, I spoke with Suryaji yesterday, and he said that this is an opportunity. Do you want to do it? If I was in my previous version before anything, I would have said, yeah, dekhte hai, karenge, not right now, something. But I jumped at the opportunity that, yes, okay, it's tomorrow, let's do it. I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. But this is like an opportunity. You will see an opportunity come to you out of nowhere. And if it is in alignment with what you want, jump on it, because these are the things that the universe will send you anytime. And then this is called inspired action, because there's an inspiration that came to you and you took action on it. So don't miss on that. And step number 5, the most beautiful and my favorite step, is when you do everything, you've thought about what you want, you felt it, just surrender it. Like, then don't worry about it. Okay, when will it happen? Kab hoga? Kyun nahi ho raha? I've been doing it since 1 month. Kuch nahi hua. Just forget it, because in the universe, everything is happening right now. And if as long as your frequency matches, it will come to you, and it will come in its divine timing. That time will be decided by God, not by us. So when we know that the God is going to do it for me in the best way at the best time, we know that we don't have to worry about anything. So surrender, don't even think about it. When will it happen? You know that you've given it. Like, it's going to a restaurant and placing an order with the waiter, that, if you're ordering a pizza, you're not going to go inside again and again after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, bana raha hai, nahi bana raha hai, kab aayega? You know that it will come. So it's like placing an order for your pizza, order it, and then just relax. You know it will come in its own time. If they're taking longer, they're making a more beautiful and amazing, tasty pizza for us. And before even getting it, make sure you give gratitude for it, that thank you so much, I've received it and I'm enjoying it. So when you give gratitude even before receiving it, it comes faster. So if you tell the waiter, thank you so much, aapne itna acha bana rahe ho mere liye, the waiter will be more excited to give it for you, and he'll serve you in its best capacity. So that's that. Again, I had designed this interactive exercise. I don't know if everybody's up for it, but I was keen that if we can all do it, even visualize one goal. Let's think about one specific goal. We don't have to share it with everyone, but if we can think about it, close our eyes and maybe spend even 30 seconds visualizing and feeling it, and then giving gratitude for it. I'm hoping that somebody will come back to this webinar at some point and say that this is what I visualized on that day, and it has come true for me.
Amazing. And we can give 30-second first for people who want to grab a pen and paper. That would be nice. Then after that, we can have these 30 seconds interactive session as guided by Priyanka ji. So very informative, Priyanka ji. Very structured and very thoughtful. And every slide we could have spent 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes on
Yeah,
discussing it.
I
Yeah.
know. This is a topic for a whole month, even we can, because there's so much behind it. And when we start doing it, and when you start seeing the results, it is just amazing and mind blowing. I'm actually very excited that I'm sure people from this group will have experiences to share.
Definitely. Yeah. So I think we've given 20-25 seconds, so you can start giving some
Okay.
prompts on what we should think during that pause.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
out here.
So again, listen to me, guys. Hopefully, you can follow it while I'm saying it, or if you can't even listen to it, come back to it and do this whenever you can. It's a small little exercise, but I'm hoping everybody has a pen and a book or something that they can write their goals in. If you can just close your eyes and think about one goal that you've been really wanting in your life. It could be that, okay, you want a certain house, or if you want a certain type of life where you want friends, specific friends who can be loving you and who can hype you up, or you want a loving partner and a relationship, whatever it is, just close your eyes, think about what is it that you really, really want. And then once you've decided that goal, open your eyes and first write it down, right? Because writing is very important. It trains your subconscious mind that this is what you want and it focuses on it better. So write that goal down and in bold. Once you've written it, I'm just giving like 10-15 seconds to write it down so that you're with me. And once you've written it, can we close our eyes and visualize that goal, and just visualize whatever you've written, visualize that it's already happened, not when how it is coming, when it's coming. Visualize that this cheese has happened, ho gaya hai, this is with me now, and then think about the life after that. Okay, this is so amazing. I've thought about this holiday home that I want, and I'm already visualizing myself there with my family, with my children playing there. It's near the beach. And I can go into that very much detail of everything that's happening around. And I can actually feel the joy and the fun that I want to feel when I want to be there. Just stay with that feeling for a few seconds, if you can. And then smile and open your eyes and just join your hands and say to the universe that it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm hoping there is a smile on everybody's faces after this. I can see Suryaji's big smiles.
Yeah, definitely. Very small activity, but very inspiring already.
Yeah, and I'm sure whatever everybody is wishing for will come true. And just highlighting some common mistakes that I've seen that,
Before you go there, the
yeah,
small point you said that we should have gratitude before even we getting it. That's
yeah.
a very powerful statement. That creates a very positive mindset around it.
Yeah. And
That
very important, because the moment you give gratitude for your subconscious mind, this thing has already happened. And when it is commanded that it's already happened, it comes even faster. And it also puts us in a very high vibrational state, because you're already feeling, okay, great, this has already happened. And you start feeling good inside only. And when you feel good inside, good things start happening.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah. And while we are doing that and while we start this journey, I wanted to highlight these common mistakes that I've seen happening when people are on their manifestation journey. They're either doing it, they've heard about it, and they say, okay, it's not happening. I don't know why it doesn't work for me. Or if you are someone who feels that or have heard this from someone, these are the common four mistakes that most often people do, and that's why things don't work out for them. The first one is doubting or fearing. Doubting, okay, will this happen for me? Oh, this is too far-fetched. This is definitely impossible. See, nothing is impossible in this world, okay? The universe is someone who controls everything, and for the universe, nothing is impossible. If you ask, okay, I want to be bigger than Jeff Bezos tomorrow, that is also possible. Nothing is impossible. So do not doubt anything and do not be fearful. Okay, will this happen? When will it happen? What if it doesn't happen? Again, no room for fear. Have complete trust and surrender that I have now surrendered this to God, to universe, or whoever you believe in. It can be any higher supreme power that you believe in, and have so much faith in it that they will do the best for you in the best timing possible. and then never come back about doubting and fearing it. Do not force control. Again, sometimes I've seen people that, oh, I want this to happen in 2 months, I want this to happen in 1 year. Do not try to impose timelines on it, just because then you are not letting the natural flow of things happen. So just say, this is what I want, and just say, I want it now. Because in the universe, in quantum physics, there is a version of everything happening right now, and it's how soon we can attract that to us. So it is happening now. Just say that whatever you want, it's now, not when in the future. Just don't force anything. Do not speak negatively about it. Again, when doing affirmations or when visualizing, sometimes I've seen people who may be ridden in debt, in liabilities, and they don't know what to do. And they could say, oh, I wish I'm debt free. I wish ye karza nikal jaye and all that. So do not use these negative language, debt, karza, because the every word has an energy. So if there is a negative word, it will have a negative energy, even if you're saying that debt free, but the focus will go on that word debt, and that's what we will attract. So if you want to be debt free, you could reword it and say, I'm financially free. Oh, I'm so grateful. I have so much money in my life that I'm using it for such beautiful ways. So then that automatically takes away that problem of debt, because if you have more money, you know that there is no debt, and you're not using those negative words in your language as well. And again, the one that we just spoke about, Suryaji, is forgetting gratitude. Sometimes people just keep asking, they don't give gratitude. They don't even give gratitude after. But try, we are already talking about giving gratitude before it's happened. But even after, people forget it, and then that kind of takes it away. So try and avoid these common mistakes if we can. And just leaving with a short but a very strong message that we are the creator of our lives. We are always manifesting. It's whether consciously or unconsciously. So whatever we think is going to manifest. If you're thinking negative thoughts, that is what is manifesting. If you so might as well take control of it and think positive thoughts, because this is a universal law. It's not something whether I like or you like, it will happen. So let's be a conscious creator. Let's be conscious about what we are thinking and what we are creating. We all have the capability to create our dream lives. Just leaving with these beautiful but powerful affirmations that you can hopefully start your day with or end your day with. Start and end of the day are very powerful moments to train and program your subconscious mind. So I'll just read it out. Hopefully, this resonates with some of you. I am ready to receive everything that's meant for me. I'm aligned with love, abundance, and purpose. It is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you can even say these affirmations or anything that resonates with you, try to do it in the morning for maybe 30 seconds, doesn't take very long, and before going to bed as well. Very powerful times. We are almost in that state that we can directly send messages to our subconscious mind. So do that. And yeah, I think I'll leave you with that. And thank you so much for sharing this space with me. I hope I've been able to give you something actionable this evening.
That's just words are short that it's amazing and perfect. And the slide content you've made it so lean and clean. I haven't seen such a lean and clean presentation for a long time. But if you can go back to your second last slide,
Sure.
and to briefly talk about two things and then let audience also give opportunity for audience to ask question as well. In second last, what is the meaning and importance of abundance? You mentioned it few times, but what is the significance of that? What is, how does it fit in the bigger picture?
See, abundance is a word that makes you feel that I have everything, because more often than not in today's world, we see people, they keep complaining that, oh, I don't have enough this, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money. When I talk abundance, I feel that I have enough of everything, from my time to money to relationships to love. Like there is nothing that there is no lack in my life, and we want to live a life there is no lack of anything. And hence the focus constantly on abundance is that you want to feel, wow, I have so much. Anybody can come to me and say, can you do this? Do you have time? Do you have money? Do you have this? I have everything.
Very powerful thought. Thank you. And the last question I have, I may have more, but for this, before I ask audience to ask question is, what was your turning point? Where did you go into this zone or this affirmation and these manifestation? What is your
Yeah,
personal
yeah.
experience? Do you want to share something about it?
Yeah, yeah. So I got introduced to this world of conscious creation, manifestation, and everything through my mom. So, mom, my Seema, is already here, thankfully. But she introduced me to this world. Then she gave me the book, The Secret. I don't know if anybody has read it. Read that book, it's life-changing. It talks about the
What is the
possibility.
book? Sorry, can you
It's
emphasize it?
called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I will put that name in the
Name
chat
in the
box
chat.
as
Thank you.
well if anybody wants to do it. It's a very powerful book. In fact, there is a movie on this available as well. It's a 90-minute movie or something. So definitely read it or watch it. I can't find the chat window. Wait a minute.
That's okay. I'll take it from you offline and then share it in the WhatsApp group. Yeah.
No problem. So I read that book. Then I read the book You Can Heal Your Life about how somebody with multiple diseases can heal their own life just by thinking the right things. So then I read a lot of books. I did that, and then I officially got the course. I learned through a mentor who actually came from India to Australia specifically to teach. Again, that was a manifestation that my mom did. She wanted me to learn about it from this mentor. She manifested it. She came here while I was pregnant. So my kids have subconsciously inherited a lot of these messages because I was learning about it when I was pregnant with them. And then I think I just kept on going deeper and deeper because I started seeing the results.
And luckily, we have your inspiration on this call. I would request Seema ji, please unmute yourself and say a few words as well, if you okay, comfortable to share your thoughts on this forum for a couple of minutes. Seema ji, over to you.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. Thank you for inspiring Priyanka ji. Hence, she's inspiring all of us. See, your manifestation has gone a long way.
मैं भी इतना बोल नहीं सकती आपके जैसा,
नहीं,
लेकिन
हिंदी
मेरे
में
को
ना।
बहुत ट्रस्ट है ये लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन पे और मैनिफेस्टेशन पे। तो मैंने भी उसको भी सिखाया और उसकी मदर इन लोग को भी सिखाया, तो सब लोग बहुत हैप्पी है। और हमने जो ड्रीम देखा था कि उसको ट्विंस हुए और दोनों अच्छे से हेल्दी रहे, तो वो मैनिफेस्ट हो गया। बिग अचीवमेंट वही है, छोटे छोटे तो बहुत होते हैं।
एंड इफ आई कैन आस्क, आपको कहाँ से इंस्पिरेशन मिली?
मेरे को मेरी फ्रेंड ने बोला था कि ऐसा ये अच्छा सिखाती है, तो मेरे को तब इतना मालूम नहीं था। मैंने बोला देखते हैं, चलो कैसा है। तो पहले दिन मेरे को बहुत ट्रस्ट आ गया।
वेरी
तभी
पावरफुल।
मेरे को मैं वो एक बड़ा हमारा स्पिरिचुअल रहता है ना, फास्टिंग 1 ईयर का फास्टिंग मुझे करना था, तो मैंने वो ड्रीम किया, तो मेरा वो 1 ईयर का फास्टिंग अच्छा हो गया।
वाह, थैंक यू सो मच। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सीमा जी।
Thank you all.
थैंक यू।
I would request audience to ask any questions they may have. I'm sure there will be a lot of questions. Either you can unmute yourself or put in a chat or raise your hand. Sri Laka ji first, you can go. Yeah.
I had a quick question. What if our conscious mind constantly keeps changing and, we are in that attitude subconsciously of confusion. I want this, and then suddenly after a few days, oh, actually I want this or I want that. And then you have multiple things that you want, and then it creates a confusion as to what exactly do you want. So how do you bring that clarity when so many options are available for the universe to offer you?
Yeah, yeah. The universe is.
Example, when I was changing careers at a very young state of life, when I came into this country, I came from a background which was very different to what was acceptable here. And then, you just end up taking an option, what is available for you at that time, whatever has been given to you. Many people, we
Yeah,
work in
yeah.
call
We are all
centers
like
and then we take it from there, like however life spans out to be, which is not what you ideally wanted, but you had no choice of option at that time. So how do you overcome those confusions and how do you overcome what to choose in life?
See, there are two things to it. One, which is what's happening to you, that, we've come here, we had limited options and we took what was available to us. That is number one. But that does not stop us from believing and thinking what we want. So if I'm conscious and I know that, okay, I'm currently taking up this job at a call center, but I know that I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be starting my own business, I will continue working on that thought and I will continue believing that this is something that's meant for me and it will happen at the right time. A lot of times when there's confusion that I don't know what's going on, the best thing that I can suggest doing is journaling. Whatever I think, I'm thinking that this I should do, but I don't know why this is happening, what to do. As when we start journaling, it actually creates clarity. Because when you're writing out, your brain is actually spitting out everything it doesn't need, and then it only keeps what it needs. Because a lot of times we have so many thoughts going on in my mind, in our minds. The easiest suggestion I can tell you is wake up in the morning or at night or whenever you get a chance, spend 20 minutes, 15 minutes, or whatever time you have, just write whatever's in your mind, whatever confusion you have as well, whatever negative things, anything, just write it down and then take a breathe and think again. Don't read what you've written because it could be confusing as well. Just do a vomit of your thoughts on the paper and then sit down again and think about what you want. It will give you clarity. Try it out and I'm sure it will work.
Sure, thank you.
Any other question from the audience? Thank you, Priyanka ji. Thank you, Srilekha ji. Nice question. Please unmute yourself and you can ask question. Make it interactive. We have got 12 minutes to finish this session, so we can ask question. विमल जी, आप पूछे कोई question. And then Rajnish ji, actually Rajnish ji, please ask some question, Rajnish ji.
In fact, I follow Priyanka, I think on LinkedIn as well. She writes amazingly. That's why I'm thinking the journaling, probably you've been doing the journaling for a long time.
Yeah, I actually started practice when I started learning more about this. So yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have separate session on journaling.
My question would be, I mean, what is the best time for you to dump the brain? Is that in the morning or is that what's your routine? Because I find morning is more meditation. I don't find time for writing. In fact, I would love to write more.
Yeah. I think for my brain dump, definitely nights are better for me once my kids have slept and everything is at peace. In the morning, I feel about more it's the time of creation. So I actually just sit in silence. So my morning routine is waking up, sitting in silence, and just being grateful, like starting your day with gratitude with what you have. That's it. And then it sets the tone for the day, right? That my day will, and you can see that when you start your day with gratitude, it will be a much more fruitful and a productive day. And then at nights, I will do a brain dump about how my day went, what went right, what went wrong, what are my dreams. Again, there are specific days, especially new moon days, are very good for thinking about new creations, like what my goals are. Every new moon, try and sit down with what your goals for this week is, for the month are, for the year are. So, and then when you're sitting and doing that, write down what you want. And then after a few days, if you think, no, I want to change this, that's fine. But I think once you have been in the practice of dumping what's in your brain and following these, even the lunar cycles. So full moon is very good for releasing anything that you don't know what's going on and all that. Sit under the full moon and try to release that through meditation again. And on new moon, try to create and do your goal setting on that day.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
good idea. Very good idea.
I mean, I will have to keep track of the full moon and things like that. Sometimes I'm too far away from those things, so that'd be a good
We
idea.
can get Surya ji to put it in the group when they do.
If I read the group message as well. And the second question, I was just before, I remember you were talking about, I was walking, so I just one thing slipped off my mind was you talked about 5 things for manifestation, and the third one was limiting beliefs. What was the fourth one you spoke about?
Just let me go back to it. It's inspired action, that when we start aligning our thoughts and our feelings, you will start seeing inspiration coming to you from different corners. Do act on it and take inspired action.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I'm up for it. That is so true, because everything you do, but if the action is not backed by the thought.
Yeah. See, the universe then it cannot make things happen for us, but it will give us opportunities for it to turn. So those opportunities are coming to us from the universe. So we have to be aware, mindful, and take action on it.
Thank you. Thanks, Priyanka.
No worries.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Sriram Mayurji, welcome. We have got great
Oh, how are
personality
you?
on the forum today.
No, no,
Welcome.
nothing like that. Nothing like that. Priyanka, fantastic presentation. I really enjoyed your talk. The content was very, very good as well. I have two questions. One just came up while you were answering Rajnish's question. I'll ask that first. What is the whole deal with the new moon and the full moon? What's going on there, and what impact does it have on the mind? That's one. And
Yeah.
second is, we've heard terms like law of attraction, Ho'oponopono, and all of that stuff. Does what you've covered today, is there an overlap, or is that completely different to
No,
say
no,
law of attraction?
there is a huge overlap. I'll come to the second question first, and then I'll come to the
Sure,
first
sure,
after that.
sure.
So again, law of attraction is the same thing about manifestation, is about how we can attract the things and then how manifest. It's probably interchangeable in the way you use it. Manifestation and law of attraction is technically the same thing. And Ho'oponopono is a very powerful tool which is used in the releasing of limiting beliefs. So, when I spoke about there are many techniques, the most powerful one is Ho'oponopono, where we can release anything that is not serving us. And it's just a very simple prayer that, there are 4 lines, you say it: I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. As we start saying it, things start untangling itself inside, and you will feel the release of these beliefs happening. So it is used for that more often than not. Because again, sometimes we may not even know what is not serving us. So if you're free, just keep chanting that prayer in your mind, and things will just start clearing up on its own.
So I had something else on this take too, Priyanka.
What about the moon? What about the full moon and the?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot. I didn't come to it. Yes, so I think the universe is in sync. So moon, sun, all of these are parts of the universe, and they give us opportunities to do that. So new moon is when things are starting, it's creating, it's uh, day zero, and then things start coming into order from there. So new moon is meant to be for creation. So if you're trying to create anything, do it on that day. So the new moon month, the year, and everything for us. And that's why the Hindu calendars follow the lunar system, because that's why everything is followed by how the moon cycles are. Even the Hindu New Year is a new moon day, because that's when things are being created. So any creation, we do it on that day. And full moon is when things are washed out. That's where the oceans, you'll see that there's high tides going on and everything. So we want to wash out any limiting beliefs that we have, and hence we choose a new full moon day for that.
Yep, I've shared a link. There was a recent research as well on. But yeah, Sri Lekha ji, you were asking next question. Thank you, Sri Ramji, joining and yeah, asking question. Sri Lekha ji.
Well, my question was, how do you relate luck and bad luck and good luck with manifestation? What happens to our minds when we manifest and suddenly things go haywire and it's not in our control to understand that circumstances that have come across our lives?
Again, I think that's a limiting belief. Bad luck, and like people believe this is bad luck or this is bad luck ki wajah se ho gaya and all that. It's a limiting belief. We have to release it. If something is not working out, something has not gone according to our plan, we know whose plan it's going according to. God's plan, and his plan is greater than our plan. So many times you will realize that, things may have not worked out well at that time, but there was a bigger reason, and you'll be like, after a few years, glad it didn't work out and glad there was something better in store for me. So again, that trust and surrender that, okay, this is not working out, that's fine, something better is there, or this is happening for a reason, and I will see that at the end of it. Again, it's maybe easier said than done, but when you start believing it so much that it is part of your being, that's fine, I trust it and it will be for my better, that belief itself will make it better. even if it may not be, but that belief that it is going to be for my better, you will see better things happening. So I don't fall in the trap of bad luck, good luck. Just believe that I am creating what is best for me, and God is making things happen for me.
Agreed.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Ashish bhai, any question?
Hi, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Um, no, I don't have questions because unfortunately my views on this topic are very different. So
Okay.
I would
I'll
like to hear
apologize.
it actually, Ashish ji.
Pardon?
I would love to hear your views on it.
Uh, uh, yes, a lot of this. Yes, there is a bit of scientific evidence to some of these things, etc. But I purely believe in that the results that a man or woman achieves in his life is directly an outcome of his efforts that we put in. So, yes, the circumstances are there around us, whether it is God, nature, blessings, all of that. But I would say all of that is, how do I put it? They are all uh, they are like additional backings or whatever you want to call it, support or whatever you want to call it. None of that is going to play its own part until you have put your own direct efforts. So that's where my belief is that I have to put my efforts first, and then if it gets supported by any of the above that you said, whether I'm doing it on a new moon day, or I'm doing it on a no moon day, or whether God's blessings are there, or it happens to arrive, or whether my friends or anyone, including my parent, doesn't matter, then yep, I would say what we say, as we call it, like luck, right? We call it
Yeah,
like, oh, he was lucky, or maybe lucky essentially translates to someone's blessing, or maybe I was doing that on a new moon day, as you said, that something will get manifested in its own way. But before any of those things kicks in, your effort has to come first. So the way I have lived my life is I always go and question myself that did I put in enough efforts to achieve the result or whatever result that I have achieved, irrespective of any of the external factors. I ask this question: the result that I have achieved, is it proportional to the efforts that I put in, or is it more or less to the efforts that I put in? And then I try to sort of assess it from there.
sure.
Yeah.
See, I think what you're saying is quite true as well, because I think in doing anything, whether it's law of attraction, manifestation, like our action and everything has to be there. Like we cannot just sit at home and say, okay, I'm going to manifest a house. I'll just sit and keep thinking about it and keep doing it. It's going to come to me. So that's definitely not going to happen. We have to put our efforts, we have to do it. But when we align that with the right thoughts and the feelings, it just becomes faster, better, and it the whole process becomes uh, a joyful ride rather than something that people can you can feel that people are going along their life in a very painful way. They're not enjoying it, but when you align everything together, life becomes easy and more joyful, is what my
Yeah,
experience.
no, and you're right in that, because if you look at the movie Life is Beautiful, that's what it's all about, right? It's just a hope, right?
Yeah,
And then you look at whether it's the war which is going around and all those things. So what I'm trying to say is that no matter the amount of hope, or no matter how hopeful those people are, unfortunately, given the circumstances around them, they can't help them at the end of the day. So they still continue to march on and put their best efforts, best foot forward to get themselves out of that situation. So I'm not in that space. So I don't know what must be going in through their mind to
Yep.
sort of understand that I'm pretty sure they are trying to put those positive thoughts, etc.,
Sure.
right? To have that positive, but has it really helped them to come out of that situation or improve in whatever shape or form?
Yep. I think we can take,
That's all.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your
we can
wise
take it
thoughts,
one on
Ashish.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. But if I can just give one quick analogy, Ashish Bhai is a very good friend of mine and we are buddies and all. But I'll just make a comment there, Ashish Bhai, ki, if an example I can take is active income versus passive income. So belief is all passive income. Some people have it, some people don't have it. Some people believe in active income. So yeah, that's the choice and individual experiences there. So.
Yeah, no, certainly that's a good one. No,
Very
thanks
well
for that.
put, Surya bhai. Yeah.
And I want to welcome my sister Sangeeta ji. Welcome sister for joining all the way from India. आप कुछ भी हिंदी में आपके विचार because my didi is also into this space
Sure.
and she looks my father said Priyanka ji you just look like my sister.
Right.
So
नमस्ते
Sangeeta ji if you want to कुछ कहना चाहते हैं आप हिंदी में कह सकते हैं over to you.
नमस्ते सभी को आवाज
Namaste.
आ रही है मेरी?
जी बिल्कुल आ रही है
हाँ,
हाँ आपने विचार रखे हैं कुछ संगीता जी.
मैं खुद भी एक स्पिरिचुअल डिवाइनली गाइडेड जर्नी में हूँ, ट्विन फ्लेम जर्नी में, और
beautiful.
मेरी अवेकनिंग कंप्लीट हो चुकी है 5D कॉन्शियसनेस में। और ये जो प्रियंका जी ने बताया है बहुत सुंदर तरीके से, मैं खुद भी इन्हीं सभी चीजों को फॉलो करते हुए यहाँ तक आई हूँ।
Very
थैंक
nice.
यू प्रियंका जी, बहुत अच्छा बताया।
Nice.
इसमें
Thank you.
सेल्फ लव का सबसे बड़ा रोल होता है। सेल्फ
हाँ,
लव,
true.
Thank
अगर आप खुद से प्यार नहीं करते तो आप ईश्वर से भी प्यार नहीं करते, ये मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट है।
Yeah, very
और दूसरा है ग्रेटिट्यूड, यस, एंड फॉरगिवनेस इज द स्टक एनर्जी। अगर आप इससे नहीं निकलेंगे तो आप कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते। जो पास्ट के पैटर्न हैं आपके, उनको रिलीज करना है तो आपको फॉरगिवनेस करना ही होगा। और होपोनोपोनो इज द बेस्ट प्रेयर। इसको मैंने 2 साल 3 साल कंटिन्यू चलते फिरते उठते बैठते कंटिन्यू में किया है और सब कुछ रिलीज हुआ है। और जो पोर्टल एनर्जीज है इसके बारे में आपको बताना चाहती हूँ। जैसे कल 11/11 पोर्टल की एनर्जी थी, तो ये सबसे बड़ा पोर्टल था। और इसमें जो हम शिफ्टिंग करते हैं, न्यू बिगिनिंग में आ जाते हैं एक तरह से।
हाँ,
तो हमारे जो पास्ट की जर्नी कंप्लीट होती है तो एक नई जर्नी शुरू होती है। तो उसमें हम कुछ अच्छा अचीवमेंट करते हैं और जो सेम पैटर्न है उसी में हमारी सारी चीजें घटनाएं होती है। तो पैटर्न को ब्रेक करना है। लाइफ के लूप है वो उसमें हम फंसे हुए रहते हैं, तो उस लूप को ब्रेक करना बहुत जरूरी है। और 3D मैट्रिक्स सबसे बड़ा लूप है
you.
यहाँ
Thank you.
पे।
I think
जी,
we can have more continued discussion about it. Uh,
थैंक
10
यू।
5 हो गए but thank you so much Sangeeta ji for sharing your
thank you,
thoughts as
जी
well.
Sangeeta ji.
प्रियंका जी, सूर्या, थैंक यू वेरी
And
मच।
with that note, I can take any final questions if anybody has got. Otherwise, we can go towards conclusion. It's 4 minutes over our time. Any final question from anybody? बलजीत कौर जी स्वागत है और काफ़ी लोगों का अच्छे लोग जुड़े काफ़ी 30 लोगों का लाइव सेशन था सो काइंड राम बाबू जी thank you for joining and all and Priyanka ji shared her number in the chat whoever wants to connect with her offline.
Yes.
So with that thought Priyanka ji you want to make any final concluding comments yourself before I give vote of thanks to you and all the audience as well.
No, I just want to give my gratitude to everybody for being here and listening and for sharing this time and space with me. And I'm just hoping that you can take back something that you can apply to your own life. That was the whole idea and hope for me of choosing this topic. So I'm hoping that you could take back something. And I hope to hear back from all of you at some point about anything that you've manifested. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Priyanka ji, for giving us this very informative, very inspiring thought on very short notice. And we are so blessed to have you on this call and session and you inspiring all of us with live 30-second, 1 minute of session as well, where we could write I've written my own dreams and actions around it. So thank you for inspiring that. And we'll meet again. We'll potentially like to hear from you on journaling techniques and maybe for that matter, Sri Ramji, you have been big inspiration as well for many years. So we would like to hear some amazing topic from you in coming weeks, Sri Ramji. Yeah. with that note, thank you once again, Priyanka ji, and thank you, Srilekha ji, for connecting with also nice people in the community. And keep learning from each other, keep growing, and share, like, and subscribe to the channel when if you're watching on the YouTube.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody.
Good
Thank
night.
you,
Namaste.
Priyanka. Thank you,
Shubhratri.
Surya ji.
Thank you. Bye.